Hi all, welcome to my channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Mods. So today guys, we are going to continue with the Rossi bike. So we are going to do issues, get it in camera Mark, 17 to 21 of Build the Rossi bike. Now I believe this, hang on, I have it written down. So 17 to 21 is pack 5 of the Rossi bike. Get it right, Matt. Okay, so this is pack 5 of the Rossi bike. Yeah, I'm really pleased to do this because I did a Rossi bike last week, during the week, and I thought I was ahead. No, what happened the next day? More Rossi bike came in the post, so I still got an absolute ton of this one to do. So I thought, why not? Let's get this one done today, and we'll try and do a bit of a catch up on this build as much as we can. Anyway, enough of me rambling and going on and on and on like the Energizer Bunny. So, with all that said, let's get modelling. Okay, let's get started. So here we have issue 17. I want to try and cut through any of the bags when I try and open this. So, yeah, I've looked at this, and as far as I'm aware, we don't need any parts from any previous stages, because basically we're going to be looking at the coolant system for this bike. So I'm just going to try and open this. I don't want to damage anything. Remember, this always comes in little bags, sort of. Well, yeah. Small parts like that. These are coming in some sealed bags today. Okay, so let's have a look at what we've got to do. Now, we've been given some screws. We've been given some eye screws. So that's a new one. Eye screws. Okay. Right, so today in stage 17 we're working on the liquid coolant radiator. Okay, so what we need first is this panel here. So let's get this out. Normally these come in there like a zip tie bag, but a bit different today, I suppose. Okay, so that's that. And what else we're going to need? We're going to need this part here. Okay, right, so first thing we need to do, with it round this orientation, we need to more or less install this, I do believe, and it's going to go on more or less like that. And then we need to screw that into place with 2 eye screws. Now, I'm getting better with these pack builds after a complete disastrous start doing them. But it's, yeah, I'm kind of getting used to it now. Going back to the way I used to model, which is straight out of the packet. Okay, just make sure that's tight. Okay, we'll put the other one. Don't want to be too tight because we don't obviously want to break. As this is plastic, we don't want to over tighten. Okay, that's now in place. The next part we need is this part here. So we'll get this open. Okay. And we also need this part here. And quite simply, I believe this is just going to sit in here. Move them out of the way. This is just going to sit in here with them 2 pegs. Just like that. Next we need is this here. This is a radiator cap. It's got a half moon shape, so it can only go on one way, which is that way there. And then we need to install this onto here, just like we did previously. And again, that's going in with 2 eye screws. So we'll get them on. I think in this pack 5, it's all about the cooling system. Okay, that's one. And then this is the last. Okay, and that is 2. The next part we need, moving things to the side, is this part here. And that is literally just going to sit in front, just like that, just making sure it goes all the way in. And that is that for this stage. So that is pack 4, so, sorry, pack 5, stage 14, is it 14? 17 complete. Okay, so let's quickly move on to stage 18. Okay, again, we'll get all the gubbins out. This is now we are working on the oil cooler, which is very nice. So we've got this part here, which is sort of already been done for us. So I'll just pull that apart, and we've got some other parts here, and we've got some K screws. That's a new screw, and I believe I'm going to need the Oreo screwdriver out for this one, because these look like they've got not a screw head on them. So what I'll do is I'll just nip into my drawer in a sec, and we'll get the Oreo out, just making sure they're on my magnetic mat and nothing is sticking to me like normal. Okay, let me just grab the Oreo, which is just down the side. Okay, so oil cooler. So let's get what we need to do. So we need this part first, and then these parts. Okay, so it wants us to line them up. Now I'm just making sure I get it right. One there, and one there. Okay, right, and what it's asking us to do is to basically slot these into position. Right, see a little bit of flashing just in there, so let me just get that out. That's just where it hasn't been cut right on it. Okay, come on. Okay, there we go. That's the first section on. And then I'll get this section on over there. Okay, that's that section done. We need these parts next. Just move that scalpel to one side. And the part it wants us to get is this part here. Now I'm just seeing how this goes. We basically want it to go in, I think, like that. But I'm not right sure. There's not really a clear picture of it. Right, so we'll try it that way around. Well, that does look right to me. Yes, that is correct. Okay, so we've got that bit in now. The next bit is we need this bit here. That's going to go onto there. Okay, and then we need this part here, and we need to turn this around, and this is going to go into just there like that. Okay, so that now is we've finished on that one, so that's stage 18 complete. Okay, so on to stage 19. Now this is the top of the airbox, which is that, but we actually don't need any parts in this, I believe. So we're just going to put them to one side. But what we do need to do is we need to bring over what we've been working on in a previous issue. And what it looks like, I'm just trying to sort of work out where things are going. So I believe I think this is easier said than done. Okay, I believe things are going. That's going to go through a pin there. That's going to line up there. Okay. So align the short end of the radiator with the long end of the oil cooler so that you match up the 4 pairs of mount lugs circled in the green, yellow, blue and red indicators, which fit together. The 2 assemblies should fit together like this, okay, which they are. Check that the mounting lugs indicated by the red and blue circles overlap each other as shown in the thing. Okay, yes they do. Then line up that exhaust bit there. Line up the holes indicated by the red and green, which we have done. Okay, and so that it can insert 2 tight case screws to secure them. Right, okay, so this is definitely where we're going to need the Oria. We need to match the head to it. Now it's quite a smallish head, so let's try that one. Right, first time. Always good to know. So let's just going to magnetise this before we do out. Just trying to grab one of these type K screws. Okay, so I think I'm going to go in just down here first of all. Okay, now I've done that one, I'll do this one here. Okay, so that's what it's asked us to do on that stage. Next we need to move around to this bit and do tight K screws again. Now luckily these are pretty nice and easy to get in. Okay, that's one in. Get the other. Okay, and that is that done. Okay, so yeah, we put them screws in, and that is stage complete. Wow, that was nice and quick. Okay, so stage 19 is complete. Okay, so moving on to stage 20, we've got these parts here. Guess what? I don't think we need them in this issue because we're going to be using parts from the previous issue. So here is the parts from stage 19. Get all these out. That's what I'm aware of anyway. I could be wrong. We might need some parts out of there. But looking at the instructions, yeah, I think I'm right on this one. Okay, so it says collect all the parts of issue 19, the top of the airbox, the large and small cable guides, and the dummy fasteners. Okay, step 2 is line up the top of the airbox as shown. Top of the airbox. That looks a funny looking airbox to me. Okay. Right. Either I'm not seeing it, or there's something to go on it. So this is confusing. Really confusing, because that mine does not look exactly how it looks in the magazine. As far as I'm aware, this is the part we're on, so we'll start with that. It does say sometimes parts may differ. That really differs. Okay, so we'll get these bits out. Right, so wants us to put these in. Now these are angled. And they can only go in sort of one way, and probably not the way I'm putting them in. I think there is a left and a right on these, so okay, so that one's in like that, and then we need the other one in. And that one's in like that. Okay, I think that's right from what I can see. They all seem to be in different directions though. Let me just see what they look if I swap them around. Quite harm in it. Bit of it came off. Ah, great. The bit that should be the direction, the half moon shape. Okay, so this can go around anyway it blooming well wants to now. Right, okay. And then if that one was to go into there, that would be like that way. I think we had them right first time, so I think that's what I'm going to go with. But I am going to have to glue one of them in. So let me get the glue out. I think the glue's already out. Yep. So all I'm going to do here is just put a bit of glue around the outside of the hole, and then I'm going to put a bit of glue on the peg that it goes into. Okay. Okay, so slot that in and just get it to the desired location. I don't think it matters. Okay, so that is in place just like so. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we need these parts here, and these are simply going to go on just over here. Nice push fit. Trying to match up the way they go in with the pictures of the orientation. Okay, so the next thing we need is some parts out of today's issue. Okay. Right, so what do we need? We need... Oh, good. Okay, so we need these here. Move a bit of this rubbish out the way. I think what they've done with this build is they've reconfigured it to be, you know, be produced in a different way, to make it like week by week. Okay, so what we need to do next is round the front. It wants these parts here going into these holes here. So that's a nice fit. And then on top of that, it wants these into here. Okay. And then we're left with that after. Don't know where that goes yet. Don't know if it goes. Oh gosh. Alright, I'm not even asking. Okay, so that is stage 20 complete. Okay, so stage 21, just move that to one side. This is the main body of the airbox, so we need to get this out. Lovely. Okay, so we've got some screws, we've got some G screws. So again, another new screw. Okay, so we've got 3 G screws. Right, okay, and we've got these bits here, and we've got, that must be an alpha, right. Okay, so let's carry on with the build. I just like to tidy up where I can, just a bit like that. Okay, so first of all, we need to get out that. See, this has a left and it has a right on it. Okay, so we need to get them 2 parts out there. So it says take the airbox A, which is here, and the 2 locking catches D, and 2 type G screws supply with this issue. The 2 locking catches are left and right handed, so fit the first one in the hole in the corner, making sure right. Okay, so it wants oh right, hang on, it wants it in here, just like so, and then we are to screw that with a G screw. I think this is going to be one of them builds where it kind of, you're collecting a load of parts, and then right at the end you'll put them all together and you'll be like, there's a motorcycle. Sorry, it's just coming off my screwdriver left, right and centre here. Trying to find the hole that it goes into, because it's tiny. Come on, stay on there. I haven't done that much work with it today, so I don't know why it's not staying on its tip. Right, it's just getting it lined up with the screw hole and being able to screw it in. It's in a difficult area to screw in. It's that blooming neck. Right, idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that off, and I'm going to try and start this just from here. Just try and make it easier to go in, because it'd be a self-tapping with it going into plastic. Okay, so that's now being put in there. Okay, so with this upside down, slot that into there. And now this should be easier to align up. Hopefully. If the screw will go onto the screwdriver. Here's my battle when doing these models, is the screw going onto the screwdriver. Okay, so move that up. Just slackening that off a bit. Yeah, it moves. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll do the same on the other side, because that's what we're doing next. And just, you know, just tap in. Okay, reverse out. Put that on through there. Come on. This really doesn't want to go on today. Right, it's caught it. Okay, so that's now in place and it still moves. Excellent. Okay, that was a bit harder than what it was supposed to be. Okay, so the next thing we need, looking at it from this way on, so it says turn the assembly over, take the two dummy fasteners supplied with supplied with this issue and press them into place in the circled in the photo. Okay, so it does say there's a left and a right, but so this is the left one. Now, is that shaped? Because it doesn't say in the instructions, or the instructions, which side is left, which side is right. That's a little bit confusing, but I think that's gone on as it's supposed to. I think. I mean, we can try it on the other side. Let's try and prize it out. Just want to be careful that I'm not breaking anything. It's like I said, there's a purpose there that there was a left and a right, but it doesn't quote it in the magazine. I'd say that's better fit. So we'll go with the next one. Sometimes, you know, with these builds, you know, it can be fairly easy, but sometimes the magazines just don't explain it the way it should do. Right, okay, so we put them in. Next we need is this part here. Now, with it being this way around, it wants us to put this, and it's going to fit over two pins just there, just like that. Okay, and we need to flip this over, and we need this bit from the previous issue, issue 20, because we've got yet more pins to line up. Right, so that's the first one in. That one's in, that one's in. I'm just taking it time because I don't want to break anything. Okay, and that is on there like so. I presume, but I'm not presuming, that after this will go on top like that. And then you can put your catches around, probably like that. Okay, but I'm not presuming. So that is this issue done. sorry, stage done. So that's stage 21 done and pack 5 done. Well guys, that's it for pack 5 of the Rossi motorcycle. Wow, amazing work on this one. Yeah, so I've got a funny feeling that with this motorcycle, it is going to be a case of basically we build one section of the bike, then we build another section of the bike, then we build another section of the bike, and then what will happen right at the end is we'll probably put it all together, and that's how it will go. That's my prediction anyway for this build. I don't actually know, because to tell you the truth, I haven't seen many people do this model, not on YouTube anyway. It seems to be one of them sort of rare models that people don't want to do or something. I have not got a clue, but yeah, I'm fairly enjoying it at the moment. I just wish things would, the quality would be a little bit better with the parts, because I've had things break on me left, right and centre on this one that are just not right, but that's just my honest opinion on this build. Anyway, if you like this video, please give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell, and you're notified of any future videos. But as for always guys, stay safe and bye for now.